Can we move that around a little bit? There we go.
Thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Hi guys, Mick here, and the wonderful Kaz, and
Hello.
the Willow. Evening, guys. I've come on a little bit early because I just seen that this new channel, BJ, that old channel name, Mitch Mitchell. Basically, that goes back to my biker days, and it was just a couple of videos I threw up when I was riding with one of the clubs. Yeah.
I might have been on one of the trikes. On the back of it.
Were definitely on one of the trikes. You were on Spider's trike.
Oh yeah. So if you saw one with the spiders bits on it, that was me on the back of that with the peacock feather.
Yeah. Well, we might be short a couple of guys tonight because I think Owen and I think Life's a Hobby and Sticks Outdoors are both busy away doing things this evening.
Good evening, all.
And it's Sticks. I'm going to wait till Sticks and Life's a Hobby are back before I do any announcements about the channel, because what we want to do is actually walk on away, having a bit of a think.
King Killer.
We'll get together. We're going to do a Zoom, a bit more planning, because this thing seems to be running. It seems to be something you're all interested in. Anyhow, right, yes. Rather than go back through the list, because I've got the readers on tonight, these are my sort of semi-distance classes. I'm just going to say, hi all, hope you're all doing well.
Right, I've had lots of messages. I'll just quickly do that.
Yeah. You crack on with the messages. I'm pouring a pint.
Yeah, thank you very much for all your love and thoughts and that. Had my x-rays done, and that arthritis is a lot worse, as I thought. It's more towards the inside of my kneecaps and the outside. It's not possible to have injections. It's gone beyond that, so it's going to have to be a knee replacement, but I've got to wait till I'm 60, which is only a year and a half time. So thank you all for your good wishes, and
then should we do the Highland Fling and coming back up on the hills from me again?
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, my camping buddy. Right. I am on the...
Don't forget your warning.
Oh, yeah, warning.
Thanks, PJ.
Cheers, warning. Yeah, just anybody new to this channel, this is an adult channel. It's not predominantly for adults. We don't mind children, young people joining in. However, I must warn the parents that I'm an old squaddy, and a lot of the guys on here may have a sense of humour that is adult-based. We will not show any gratuitous violence. We will not hold with any hate. We won't hold with any nastiness in general. However, the humour can be a little bit old-fashioned, possibly. I think that's a polite way of saying it these days without offending anybody. Yeah, it's what I grew up with. So,
pre-woke.
Pre-woke humour. So
Thank you very much, BD.
If you're easily offended, hard luck. Grow a set and deal with it. Other than that,
Lipton's
welcome
tea
to the channel and enjoy.
Excuse me, I'm going to have a nibble. I've got one of Mike's...
changed all the lighting and positions, John. That's why it makes me look taller.
The Jimmy Mint cookies from cream.
Yeah, the weight is coming off. It's little bit by little bit.
It's not tarmac, honestly.
Yeah. I've got my toes are back in view, which is basically how I gauge my build at the moment. If my toes are out of sight, then I need to lose weight. My toes come back into view, then I can see my foot, and you get the gist of it. So.
Are you joining that one as well? I was in that as well, and I don't know, our son was riding in one of his bikes there. Well,
that was a few years ago. BJ, you can see my beard whipping in the window. I used to have a beard down here, which evening yachts, which regularly it does go off mix slowly. Yeah, it does very, very slowly. It's what can you do? What can you do? I am nearly 60 years old now, so my metabolic rate has slowed down. My physicality has slowed down through injury, wear and tear and that. So, but I still think to myself, when I look around, when I look at the world in general, yeah, I'm not too bad. I can still get 10 miles under my belt without too much puffing and panting. And I can still do it lugging a good 35, 40 pounds again without crying, puffing, panting, screaming,
Really,
and
Mary?
otherwise, panicking about it. So again, physicality is physicality. Everybody is going to carry injuries, and everybody is going to have different levels of physical ability depending on what you've done with your life, how you lead your life, what you do with your life. If you are unfortunate enough to be stuck in an office for a day job, okay, it's a very sedentary way of doing things, and you can't necessarily think, right, I'm going to sit in the office for 8 hours a day, and then all of a sudden I'm going to smash myself with an hour's exercise in the evening. You've got to start with, right, let's build it up. Let's take it easy. Otherwise,
Derek,
you just shock load yourself. Derek, well, it's not just brother. Yeah, so you again, you have to be realistic about it. And as we get older, again, like I say, injuries come back to tell. So my hip's been giving me grief for about a year and a half, 2 years now. And it's my left hip, and I know that's age related. I know my knees are shot, and I know my back's had it. So I just adapt to it. I try and balance my loads out. I try and reduce the weight I carry it. And I remember I am not going to get to that mountaintop as quick as I used to when I was a nipper. So I'm not disappointed about it. In actual fact, I take a little bit longer and enjoy the view. Yeah, exactly that, John. Playing for the fun we had when we were younger. Do excuse the dog. It seems to have a puncher. It's
whining.
Yeah, chatting away. Stephen, how you doing, mate? Yeah. So, other than that, yeah, exactly, Stephen. Injuries when you start, and again, it doesn't necessarily mean, because I'm an older person, I've got injuries. I've got mates in their 20s that because of things that have happened to them in their lives, they're carrying injuries far worse than mine now. And so in a lot of cases, not necessarily visible, injuries to joints, ligaments, tendons, and things like that. So again, you can't gauge physicality just look at somebody. And I had a conversation with a doctor years ago who was bemoaning my build and my body BMI and all that, which, but to be honest with you, I don't actually hold with. And I looked at him and said, well, so you think I should be X weight and X width for my size? And because I'm not, I'm unfit. And he went, yes. I went, okie doke. So how long does a rugby game last? And you tell me that a rugby player is unfit. In fact, rugby players are some of the fittest sportsmen in the world because they combine stamina with sprinting, okay, with out and out strength, force, and body mass. I says, you tell me that somebody like Joe Lalamu wasn't fit. Of course he was fit. Okay. So again, it's just perception. It's perception. It's what you do with it. Carry yourself and move comfortably.
Our son was 30 when he went to a stag night with his friend's stag night. And he went to German beer bar, wasn't it? Oompa bar. Yeah. And he jumped off the table onto the floor, skidded on beer, and broke his hip.
Yeah.
So,
years old.
Yeah.
So he's carrying that one nowadays. Oh. Aye. Yes.
Evening, Sam.
Derek, what's the secret to having a smoking hot body as a senior? Cremation.
Bad man.
Very good, Derek. Oh, dear. That's very, very, very good. Right, so what was I going to talk about tonight? I was going to talk about what it takes for me, with me filming, my channel and all the rest of it on an average outing. What does it take? So for me, one day a week because I'm a full-time carer. So one day a week I have my day off, and I go off to do my filming and do my bits and pieces. And on that day, I have to, well, invariably I get up and I think to myself, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do today?
Good
and I
evening, Ray.
throw a number of items into a bag and I go, okay. But obviously I've got to carry my cameras, my tripod and so on. And I don't want to be carrying a huge bag. So invariably I go through my kit here and think about it. Well, I thought about it this week when I got
Very
back.
true, Mary.
And I thought, God blimey, I said, only sniff, how much stuff was I carrying, right? So I weighed my bag. Yeah, so I was carrying 35 pound in weight, just for a little schlep. And I sat there and I thought, I can't be that bloody heavy. And then I started thinking about it. Well, my camera and batteries, okay?
You add all the little bits up. It shouldn't, yeah.
Kilogram. Okay. First aid kit, 250 grams. Cook set and water. Well, the water alone, there's a kilogram. That's a litre of water. And if I'm carrying 2, there goes 2 more kilograms. And I started working it out, and it added up, and it comes into little things like that. A pack of scoff, so 300 grams. Okay, that's the contents. That's not counting the packaging.
Yeah.
Okay, so by the time you've then gone through and added everything up, waterproofs, your bomb shot,
Top,
your matches, some nibbles,
your first aid kit, everything
down to your Leatherman. Okay, blimey, we forget sometimes how quickly it adds up.
Roaming Ray's got the whole family watching tonight.
Is that Roman Ray? Evening, mate, and hello to your family. I hope you're all having a wonderful time. Or you've had a wonderful weekend, and I hope none of you have to slog it out too much tomorrow. Monday tomorrow. We try and forget about Monday. It's not happening. I banned it. In fact,
we've had mega thunderstorms here.
Awesome.
Really,
yeah.
really wild.
Any of you that have got to go to work tomorrow or go to school, just tell them Mickey said nah. Okay, no, don't do that because you get yourself into a world of trouble. But yeah, it's So you see,
he's really suffering from that burn, BJ, aren't you?
Oh, the burn.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had some fun with that. So treated it and sorted the burn out. The burn side wasn't the problem. However, I picked up an infection in that finger, and it was about 48 hours later, wasn't it? I hadn't had any pain, any trouble with it. Got up in the morning and the finger was hot. I was like, oh, that's not good. Had a look at it, and it got an infection. Okay, my own fault, because I've been out doing things in the shed and in the garden and planting stuff and all the rest of it. Being a stupid old man that I am, I hadn't thought I'll put a plaster on. In fact, a couple of times I thought to myself, I ought to really cover that up. It'll be all right. So picked myself up a bit of an infection. I'm on top of it now. Basically, what we ended up having to do, and any of you that are ex-military, you'll know this treatment because it's good fun. Basically, a small syringe filled with iodine, right, and pierce first one hole on one side of the blister, small hole, inject the iodine into the blister. Yeah.
He was hopping around like he had fire ants in his trousers.
Yeah, it stings as bad as it says. Although, not as bad as the cure. The crazy chemist decided to try and explain it. Because I went out, I needed some new iodine. I found out that the iodine I had, the little tiny bottle, that was getting to its end and it's starting to thicken right up. In fact, it turned more into iodine tar. So I thought, get down the chemist. Pop down the chemist. Weird thing in the UK. No, mate, no, don't do iodine. You'll have to get that online. We don't sell it. Nobody uses liquid iodine anymore. You can buy it on 100 dressings, but you can't buy it as a
You're buying capsules of it as well.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's bloody good, that is. So I said, he said, what do you need it for anyhow? So I went, I just want to treat a blister. Oh, yeah, I've got hydrogen peroxide over there. Fuck me. Iodine's bad enough. I'm not injecting hydrogen peroxide into my blister. Okay, I'll use hydrogen peroxide for cleaning wounds in a dire situation, but yeah, I'll stick with the iodine if you don't mind.
So good old Amazon ordered it yesterday, and they stupidly threw the glass bottle over the back gate.
Yeah.
Luckily, it didn't break.
Yeah. BJ enjoyed the Coke video. Excellent. So anyhow, yeah, on top of that, the temperature's coming down, the throbbing's easing up. And of course, any of you, as a lot of you will know, iodine, what it does, it dries the wound out, sterilises it, treats any infection in there, gets on top of it nicely. Excellent. That's, yeah. See
yeah, I'll do quickly, yeah.
Yeah, it's Ray.
Ah.
Ray Peerless. Excellent, Ray.
So excellent. Channel, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, so Ray.
Roaming Ray. Okay.
Is our good friend Ray Peerless?
Yeah, and he's started his own channel. Okay, Roaming Ray. So yeah, guys, show some support, show some love, do what you do. Yeah, if you want to dive
click on
over
that
there,
link and
I shall be joining that.
Give him a like and subscribe.
Definitely. He's one of the amigos. He's one of the originals.
Really,
isn't he?
Definitely, yeah,
one
definitely.
One of the early guys. Yeah. So, awesome. Well, anything I can do, Ray? Any support, tips, ideas, methods? Although you'll probably make a better job of it than I do anyhow. Give us a shout, mate. No problem. Anything we can do to help out. Yeah.
It's like the drone footage at Waverley Abbey that you were flying it over, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I've been there a couple of times, but I didn't realise there were so many stone sort of crumbling buildings. But Mac was saying that a couple of the parts really are falling in, and they're fencing it off now, and they're just going to let them.
They're going to let them
disintegrate. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some. I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose the problem is if they try to repair these walls, they are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. You're never going to be able to repair them to the same appearance. If it was the complete building, yeah, I suppose you could do a restoration. It's just little bits of wall and derelict the old corner and things like that, then it's a harder matter. There's a couple of places that you saw that I tried to catch where you've actually got parts of the buildings left. Like the old dormitory area and that. And I suppose that you could then do something to protect. But if it's just a stone wall trying to protect and preserve, that's very, very difficult.
Yeah, BJ, that's what he's looking for. He was looking into all the different jackets, and you wanted the one with the most pockets that's got the best, usability.
Well, the other jacket I was looking at, in all honesty, because it's very similar in design, was the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, yeah.
Combat smock, and also one of the early French combat smocks, I would say. And also, more common than that, and you will find it, is the old Swiss, I think it's M70 smock. I wanted something with basically a built-in carrying system. I didn't want something that just, like the standard British smock is brilliant, it's awesome. However,
that's why I keep jumping on my leg.
In comparison, it is pocket limited, and I could have one adapted. However, when I saw that, now that jacket normally retails at £120, and at the moment they're doing them for £49. So yeah, worth a look.
Ooh, nice.
And I thought, well, hit the button. When I was looking at what it would cost for a normal smock or a used smock, that's new, and I thought something interesting for the channel. And the other big thing for me, as I said before, and I'll say it again, it's plain green. It's not camo. Okay, so it does blend in nicely. That's an XL. I'm quite a chunky guy, so I've got a chest diameter of about 52. That's inches, and I'm pretty broad across the shoulders, but I'm quite short. So
Hence
I went for the XL, and that fits nice. It did exactly what it said on the tin, and I do like a baggy smock. You can load stuff into it. You can carry stuff. You can put warm gear into it. Always used to make me chuckle when you see guys having their combat smocks tailored, and they almost fit them perfectly like a suit. And I think to myself, yeah, you wait till you actually try and do something physical, start moving.
You want to add
warm
some
gear
more,
under it.
yeah.
It's not going to work. Whereas a good baggy smock, yeah, great. The other thing is, from a camouflage point of view, the baggier it is, the less it actually shows your outline. Okay, so one of the things you can do in a high threat situation is actually pack that jacket out. Yeah, pack it out, make yourself look bigger. Okay.
Good evening, Gary.
Gives you a little bit more protection and cover. Evening, Gary.
Yeah, you could hide a body in there, several bodies.
Yeah, it is sweet. Yeah, Derek. Yeah, I like it, mate. It's not the lightest. It's also not the heaviest. It's one of those in betweens. I would say. I didn't actually think to weigh it, but I would say it's on par with the old Combat 95 smock, UK one, temperate climate. So it's not that heavy.
There's nothing worse. If you get one that fits you exactly, yeah. If you put on a little bit of weight, then it's a bit snug.
Yeah.
Whereas, like Stephen just said, you always used to get 2 sizes up.
Always.
Allow for moving about.
In the winter, woolly-polly, get your softy on, still able to move. And
if you get really windy, you can sit down on your bum, pull your jacket over your knees. And
of course, being a Royal Engineer, if I'm walking through somebody else's harbour area, there's something shiny, it can slip in quickly, quietly,
magic
and
pockets.
away.
Yeah.
And then I'll figure out what I pinched when I get back. So
it's not stealing; it's aggressive borrowing.
It can't be stealing. It's called the British Army. Okay, we all share it. It belongs to everybody. So it can't be right. Do excuse me, guys. I'll just put my. Yeah, one of the neighbours is banging away out there.
Yeah, again.
I might have to go around and sort that out in a minute.
All right, Timmy.
So you can't steal from another unit in the British Army. That's completely impossible. Purely and simply because it's the British Army. Therefore, it belongs to everybody. Your Honour, Governor. That's my excuse. And I won't even get into units pinching other units' mascots.
Katrina's going to a camp on camp.
Am I?
Camp thing. Where are you going? Camp Couture on the 11th. Well, 11th of May, we're going to release the beasts.
Timmy.
It's.
I'm not, mate. I've just checked. Thanks for the heads up. I've just checked.
It's Farmer P, who we follow on YouTube. He'll be releasing his cattle out on the 11th of May, and he's going to be doing a raffle at his farm to be the one to open the gate. Because if anyone who knows cattle, when they've been let out after being in the winter, they're all legs in the air, they're kicking their tail up, so we're going to be doing that on the 11th.
Yeah, so we're off doing that.
No, it's not much longer, is it now?
No, not much longer. In fact, actually, next week is going to be detail releasing week. So what I'll be doing, I'll release the final details for all the guys that are coming next Sunday. And if anybody needs to plan or organise before then, where's my bit of paper? Possibly a bit of paper from up there. Send us an email, and I will email back to you details. Grid reference, what 3 words, and all the rest of it for meeting up. Okay. And
UFA landing point.
And if you could let me know in your email when you're hoping to get down here for, whether it's the Friday or the Saturday morning, and then we can sort everything out from there. Because obviously we've got guys coming from all over the place.
Fantastic, Gary.
But yeah. So other than that, what kind of week's it been?
Been a bit of sunshine and it rained.
A little bit of rain.
Like I said, major thunderstorms. That Willow just sat on the bed watching it through the window. Most people that woke him up 3 o'clock in the morning. It was continual. It was 120 mile wide thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And normally our dogs we've had have always been you know, it freaks him out with thunderstorms. Not him. No.
No, he stayed quite calm.
Yeah,
He didn't
Mr. Furry
panic. He
Pants.
just watched the lightning and that. Didn't freak. Didn't get. You know, he didn't stiffen up or anything. He just sort of laid there with his old tail going. And as long as the time we stayed calm, relaxed, and happy, he seemed to stay calm, calm, relaxed, and happy.
How much cider you had?
Half a pint.
You got a Thatcher's Gold in a Magnus glass.
I know, but that's why I've turned the Magnus towards me. I don't want them attacking me. Make enemies there within the brewing company. DB, hiya, mate.
DB.
Oh, do you know what? That's going down well tonight. Right. Okie doke. We're only, 25 minutes in and I'm almost finished a pint. That's why I don't drink canned cider. It's a funny old thing. Give me a can of cider and it goes down like that. Bottled cider, I tend to just sip it. I don't know if everybody else is the same.
I don't like it when they put ice in it. Ice shouldn't be in cider. You know, cold cider.
Yeah.
Straight off, you know, but. Yeah. 11th is your birthday. Oh, hence you bought yourself your new phone. How you getting on with it?
Yes.
Hope it's arrived.
Yes, hopefully you're finding it a good one. I quite like them. I find they're a little bit heavy. As I said in the past, I don't have to charge it up too many times.
My phone's this one is a Yule phone as well, but not obviously the Armour one.
I was tempted.
Are you going to Supply and Loss? He's taking Callum to Supply and Loss for his birthday.
It's my birthday in August. Dear love, how you doing, mate? Yeah, so what am I going to get into?
Good evening.
So, yeah, let's get back to what happened this week with the incident. Let's break down the incident. Right. So, yeah, I burnt my fingers, and I burnt my fingers quite badly. And that was down to my own stupid fault. There is nobody else to blame other than myself.
I wasn't there, so you can't blame me.
No, what happened between me, you, and the gatepost basically was I was winging it like I normally do. All my videos, I don't plan, I don't script it. I work things out in my head, and then I do it to camera. And like I said, don't script it, just do it to camera. What comes naturally comes naturally. Pretty much the same as tonight. And I was making my brew, and I was just finished doing the piece about the camera, and I'm thinking to myself, that's not going to be enough for the video. Damn, that's not going to be long enough. I'm probably going to get about 10 minutes out of that. What else can I do? Should we go somewhere else, I'm thinking, or should we try and follow the river up for a few miles? Because we've already filmed Waverley Abbey once.
It did make a nice backdrop, though, didn't it, with the dragon's teeth?
And that was because I was thinking all that sort of thing. That was the moment that I reached down, grabbed the metal bars, flicked them off the cooker, and you didn't really hear it on the camera, but I sure as hell heard the hiss of my finger coming into contact with it. And it burnt deep. It really did give me quite a zap. And like I say, luckily enough, in the kit, I have the burns gels. In actual fact, I come home and I said to Kaz, I've used one of the burns gels. If you go online, order me some more. So first thing I did, when I got home, was I replaced the one that I used in the first aid kit. First thing to do, if you use something for your first aid kit, as soon as you get home, replace it. But Kaz found online for me as well. So that's the, it's called Burn Soothe. That's the one I use that comes with first aid kits. But she also found for me, I don't know if you can see that there, burn care gel.
Yeah, the burn care gel you get 25 in a box for £5.
Yeah, and that hasn't got a dressing. That is just the gel. So the idea is you get the gel on. Basically, it's exactly the same chemical that's in these, but these have a little dressing pad with them that's soaked in it. So that I would put on a dressing and then apply it to the wound. But the nice thing with them is they are small, they're efficient. So there's tiny little, we all get these tiny little flash burns that you get occasionally. It will be a help. But
I've put some in my ouch pouch, and I've also, you might notice sometimes I've got a purple like phone case with lots of little zippers. I've also got 2 of those in there, just in case, because I've always got my phone case around my neck.
Yeah, so that goes back into the first aid kit. And again, that's my IFAC. So that's my IFAC. That's what goes out in my pocket. Back in the car, full-size emergency pack with bigger dressings, more equipment.
Even Willow's got one, haven't you, mate?
Gear that can be adapted. And like I say, one of the things I do like about a pair of combat trousers is just purely simply first aid kit goes in that pocket. Okay, goes in a trouser pocket and it's with you all the time. Then, or hang it on your belt. But yeah, please, guys, learn from my mistakes of the past. Keep it with you. It's one thing in the military to be wearing a first field dressing on your shoulder pocket because you're always going to be wearing your smock. But at the end of the day, you find yourself without the kit, it's no good.
After the live, I'll be signing up to Ray. I can't do it at the moment because I'm actually reading all the thing on this. I can't read the little screen, so I have to reuse my phone.
And as will I. So yeah, we'll be signing up with Roman Ray. Mate, that's brilliant news. I wish you all the best with your channel. I really do. That's what it's all about. I'm going to have to come and do a collab, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to come down there and do a collab. Yeah. Going to have to. Oh, brilliant. So, yeah. So that's it. First aid kit's out. Cameras. Food. That's the point. I'm sure that's another thing I've been doing today. I've been sorting out. Hello, Mac. How you doing, mate?
Evening, Mac.
You're chatting with your fox, giving him more bourbons.
Yeah, orders in Jaffa cakes.
So, one of the things I've been doing today, I'm going to move back over here a little bit. So, I've been sitting here thinking about scoff and kits. Obviously, we've got the camp coming up. So, and there's guys that have not had boil in the bags and stuff like that. So, I was sitting there thinking to myself, what sort of kit do you carry? Well, I carry boil in the bags, right? A lot of military boil in the bags, or civilian wayfarer type boil in the bags, purely simply because that's what I like. I like a boil in the bag. It's clean, it's efficient. You can eat it hot, you can eat it cold, it packs away easy. It's fast food. I'm not always thinking about something that I'm going to really enjoy. I'm actually thinking it's fuel. Get it down my neck. And there's a massive selection of those these days. Other things you can do. Good old veritable super noodles or ramen. Brilliant.
I do love a chicken soup noodle.
Yeah. Super lightweight, easy to cook, full of carbs, not a lot else. Easy food. That's the sort of thing you want on your walk. Dry pasta sauces.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, those sort of things. Easy cooked meals, very, very light. Pack away, store forever. And let's face it, when you look at it, so I can go to a specialist camping shop, and I hope I'm not going to get into trouble with them for this, but I can go to a specialist camping shop and I can buy that. Okay.
Yeah, I see your noodles the other day.
I can buy that, and it's going to cost me about £6 or £7.
They're more. They're about 8 or 9. Those ones.
About £8 or £9 for that. Okay. I was in the pound shop. You get 2 for £1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thing is, you could take one of those.
And to be honest, that's exactly the same thing as what's in there. Maybe there's a slight calorific nutritional difference, but it's the same thing. It's dehydrated food. Add boiling water.
But with these, you can take those pepperonis.
Yeah.
Or like Sticks had the other day, those horseshoe-shaped sausage.
Yeah. And the tip I'll give you is these. Okay, so when you look at how to prepare it, it will tell you at home, add it to a saucepan, add some milk, add some water, bring it up to a simmer and simmer it for 10 minutes. Okay, in the field, tear off the top, add water, fold over, leave it in corner of camp for 15,
Yeah,
20
smoked
minutes.
sausage.
It will still be hot, and it will rehydrate. Okay.
It's the same as a
Same
soup
as
noodle, isn't it? You don't have to boil them. You just put them in hot water and put a lid on it.
Yeah, and it will do. And if you
DB, what you like to think is birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
So
other things I go to quite often, if I'm in like the shops, microwave rice. Okay, so you want a quick, easy, calorific meal. Okay,
it's already cooked.
It's a
just
boil
heat
in the
up.
bag. Okay, it says microwave rice because you can microwave it. It's easy to microwave it. But if you tear a little corner off of that bag, drop it into your brew when you're boiling your water for your brew, and it will cook that rice just as well for you. And any of those microwave type instant rices will do exactly the same way. It will heat it through.
It's the same
it's
as
already cooked.
you go into Home Bargains and that they do the curry sauces in those little foil bags, not necessarily with meat, but if it's got the sauce, you can add it to something else and bulk it up. We feed 2 people for one packet.
And then we got good old spam. Okay, I'm not having a keen on spam. I'm afraid I had way too many spam fritters as a kid at school. Okay, they didn't make very nice spam fritters in the school I went to. But there's spam, corned beef,
and you got a little tin to eat out of afterwards.
Yeah, cheap tin of baked beans. Okay, amount of times as a nipper I went camping and literally for the whole weekend ate nothing more than beans.
I like the
and with the ring-pull tins now compared to the old ones, crack that a little bit, stick that in the fire or near the edge of the fire in the embers, let it sit there for 5-10 minutes bubbling away. It's a hot meal. It's nothing spectacular.
Yeah, I'm not so keen on spam,
but it will keep you going. And then of course you back it up. And we always think about our main courses, our main foods, but you got to think about your nibbles. You got to think about what's going to keep you going through the afternoon when you're on a tab.
You got something sweet, you make it feel good. Feel good.
Things
factory.
like Jimmy bars.
Yeah, I was eating one of the mint ones of those Jimmy bars.
Sort of like the granola bars. They're all very good for squirrel people. Trail mixes, they're all very, very good. Packet of salted peanuts though. Put a few of those. Oh, excuse me, a few of those salts back in.
The all-day breakfast in a can, can't you, as well?
Yeah, beans and sausages in a can, getting killer sauce. Anything like that, and it's personal. It's personal taste. It's personal choice. It's what, again, have what you like. You know, you don't want to be out there thinking to yourself, God, this is gopping. You know, have something you enjoy. Fair enough. If it's a dire emergency, no choice planned, then you're going to eat what you can find. It's just fuel.
Yeah, I watched your video when you hurt yourself. Stealth,
your
custard
knees.
creams.
That knee.
Yeah.
Right. And okay, so I shop around in a lot of the army surplus stores.
Rice pudding, my favourite.
And these are my emergency go-to. These are the thing that if they've got them in, and quite often they do, they sell them fairly cheap. I think last time we got
Janet.
10 for 10 quid or something, wasn't it?
Well,
but it's these. And these, right?
Oh, they're the fruit buns or the apple. Watch out for the little. Yeah.
These are just the buns.
I like the fruit one.
That's maple and cinnamon or maple or blueberry, but that's blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry. I like
these blueberry buns. Okay.
Look at that.
Basically like a Pop-Tart. Now,
you can't put
these things will keep for damn years. Okay. And the bread is military ration pack bread. It is not bread. Got it. But it's energy. These I keep in the car. These I keep in the pack. These I keep as an emergency go-to, because I can probably keep my body fueled enough to keep motivated and acting on one of those.
They're great in the glove box, aren't they?
They are great in the glove box. And if it's really cold in the winter, take out this foil pack, slide it down over the windscreen vent, and warm it gently
Well, I've
from
always
there.
noticed this as well. If you got them in the glove box, if you've got the heater on, stuff in the glove box gets warm anyway, so it takes the chill off it.
Yeah, so
I'm glad you're loving your phone, Kiwi.
they're a good resource, good backup, but again, you have to shop around. Okay, so those are the ration pack bun blueberry. They do a bun blueberry, a bun maple, and a bun cinnamon.
Yeah, they do an apple turnover as well.
And these are all the fault of our American brethren. Because in the British Army ration packs, we never had these.
No.
Until we started sort of filtering them for you guys. And then obviously somebody in procurement went, no, we need to order a load of them. And they ordered loads in. And British squaddies being British squaddies just went, bun, blueberry bun, I ain't having that. So now they're all ending up in the surplus stores. They ain't too bad.
Well, Gary asks, is BSB .22 air rifle any good?
BSB.
You think
BSA.
Right? Oh, BSA, yeah.
BSA is quite a good old air rifle. If you want, basically, it's one of those things, isn't it? Is it any good? Well,
no, we haven't got the cool box in our dash, unfortunately.
It depends on the air rifle. More importantly, it depends on the shooter. Okay. Now,
it's a bit like
I'd love to get my air rifle out and show you my air rifle. However, we're on a live stream. So, YouTube UK has some new rules. If I take one of those knives down now and unsheath it, or I take the rifle out, it's liable to cut my live stream. Okay? They don't like knives, weapons, guns being shown on live streams.
Yeah, it's just BSA.
Because it will, basically the idea is people have done attacks in the past and they've used weapons to do attacks with. So the algorithm is set up. It could cut my live stream. It's supposed to only do it, I believe, in the first sort of like 2 minutes, but I'm not going to take a chance because it'd be a pain in the ass. But I'll do a video on air rifles, talking about air rifles. I'll take one up the wood. As a survival tool, any air rifle that you practice with to make yourself reasonably accurate is a good tool. It's quiet. Ammunition is easy to get. Okay. With practice, 35, 40 yards for rabbit, small game, squirrels, things like that, even with a 12 foot-pound air rifle, it's quite achievable. So, yeah, it's a great tool. It's a great piece of equipment. As opposed to carrying something like a centre fire, where the ammunition's a lot heavier, a lot more expensive, and again, for training and practice, there's a lot more risk involved. It's not something you can just go out and plink away in a limited area, or if you've got a garden that's safe enough and the right shape for you to do it, to be able to do it. But I will say the essential thing, as any shooter here will tell you, including my friend Derek over in the States, and he's an instructor, the art to using any form of weapon system is practice. Practice, 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 practice. Okay? There is nothing better than practice for making you efficient. And even if you know how to shoot, it's just getting used to that tool, developing the muscle memory for it. Basically, you develop in the end an instinctive system where you'll actually look at your target and know instinctively, yeah, I can hit that. Okay, and then you'll take your own shot. And
Gary's been offered one for £60 because someone in his late 60s has cleaned his garden in an air rifle in the garden. Someone called the police on him, so he's offering him BSA with scope for £60.
With a scope, yeah, it's got to be worth looking into. It's got to be worth looking into. At the end of the day, it all depends on the model. You've got to do a little bit of research, find out what the model is, do a bit of research. But here's the difficult thing, right? So in the late 80s, they changed the law on air rifles. Pre 80s, air rifles in the UK weren't limited on power. Okay, so you could go and buy an air rifle, and it could be whatever power you wanted it to be. They brought in the firearms regulations and that, and improved on those, and they brought in a 12 foot-pound limit for an air rifle without a license. Now, 12 foot-pounds is absolutely brilliant for plinking and small vermin control at, like I say, 35, 40 yards. Some of the air rifles that were produced before then were a lot more powerful. They were 18, 24 foot-pounds pressure, okay, which obviously gave them a lot more range and a lot more hitting power, okay. So, if it's an older one, it could be that you've got to be a bit careful. Get it checked out.
Yeah, you've got to pump one, pump air, don't over pump it.
If it's a PCP, i.e. it's a pre-charged, it's definitely worth the money because they're great. Brilliant, but they're always expensive to get. Great gun. Brake barrels. I have a brake barrel. I said for years I would never have another brake barrel, but I have a brake barrel. It's good, reliable, accurate rifle. It's got a gas ram in it as opposed to a spring. Works superbly. Does what I need it to do.
I like using a sling or a
catapult cas.
But locally around here, it's quite frowned on because we've had the last few months, we've had a spate of young teens deciding that it's been really funny to go out there and kill ducks and swans.
If it's a BSA, remember this. Okay, you can get parts for all of them. So you can get tune-up kits, you can get replacement springs, washers, seals. So even if it is an old one, and maybe the spring's got a bit weak and that, you can get replacement springs and stuff from any gun shop. They'll be able to order it in for you if they don't carry it. And a lot of them will already carry it. You can pick up all the seals and washers you need. Play with the ammunition when you've bought it. Okay. Don't plummet straight away for a big box of one type of ammo. One of the strange things about air rifles, even within a set make, say BSA or Gammo like I have, they can have a recommended pellet, but you'll find now and again they'll prefer something a bit different. They'll prefer a different pellet, different weights, different consistencies of lead so that it grips the rifling. Yeah, there's lots of little things come into it. So what I would always say to people buy themselves a new air rifle is buy 2 or 3 boxes or brands of pellet and try and get the smallest ones you can. Try them out, see which pellets work best through it, see which you find most accurate and most effective.
Brake barrel, you use it for 15 years plus. You used to do vermin control. It's
probably an air sporter then. I bet it's a BSA air sporter, and they were a game state. They or mainstay, I should say. They were brilliant rifles.
Stephen, mine was a Black Widow.
Had 2 or 3 of them for donkey's years. Great guns, never let me down. Built solidly, built to last. So yeah, if it's a BSA air sporter, definitely grab it. In fact, if it's a BSA, I can say
they're quite bulletproof.
They're pretty bulletproof. Yeah, you're not going to go wrong. I'd say dump the 60 quid onto it and grab it and run. Yeah.
Or try and be cheeky and say 50 quid. Yeah.
What do I think of the new wave of badger killing going on or culling going on in the UK?
It's
difficult.
It's.
I can see it from both sides. Okay. Growing up on a dairy farm, yeah, I know what bovine TB can do. Okay. What I also am very aware of is that the government, DEFRA, and the other organisations don't want to put any money into finding a vaccine all the time. They can blame it on the farmers and the animals. It's not the farmers' fault. It's not the animals' fault. Okay. Bovine TB is exactly what it says. It is bovine TB. It's not badger TB. Okay. So at the moment, the badger gets the blame because the badger goes from field to field, snuffling along, eating worms, bugs, and all the rest of it. And if you have a field where there's a cow with bovine TB and Mr. Badger mooches through it, and he's no respecter of fences, he gets into the next field, and he carries it on his fur and on his face.
He says for deer.
Field to field. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
If we wiped out all the badgers tomorrow, we will not get rid of bovine TB. We'll reduce it, guaranteed.
Then it'll be
Won't get rid of it. But then it's going to be the fault of the foxes. And then it's going to be the fault of the deer. Now, deer population in the UK at the moment has skyrocketed. It is a seriously out of control issue. Okay, their numbers have skyrocketed because people aren't managing them. The states aren't managing them. There used to be a legal requirement for a landowner to manage the deer population on his land. There isn't anymore. So the numbers have gone absolutely mad and wild. And of course, nobody wants to kill poor Bambi.
The problem is that they're not being fair to the animals because the hinds are too small. They're not healthy enough. They're still having fawns, and they're dying because
we've got an issue around here with inbreeding.
Yeah.
Within one of the areas that I used to look, or a place I used to look after, the people that had it beforehand were I would say country. I'm not being rude, but they were country people. They'd grown up in the countryside, understood farming and wildlife and management, and so they used to take the stag every few years, basically because they didn't want him breeding with his daughters. Okay, simple as that. Because that dominant stag will. He's no respecter. It's like having a bull in with your cattle. He's not going to look at the heifers next year and go, "They're my daughters, I better not." It's just, they're in season, okay? And it's the same thing with deer. And that causes inbreeding issues, okay? So good management is you take the weak, the ill, the animals that have disease, injuries, have problems. You thin them from the herd. You allow them more resources for the healthy animals, and the healthy animals make a stronger population, a smaller, stronger population. And in having a smaller population, they don't roam as far because they've got enough resources for the area they're in.
No one wants to see bony things dying because they
you end up with less on the road being killed by traffic. I'm not bothered about damage to people's cars. It's the animals suffering that I tend to be more concerned with. And you end up with a better population. But again, at the moment, there is a sad thing in the UK. There is a confusion between what I would call sporting shooting, management shooting, and conservation and fluffy loving. Okay. Now I'm quite a softie. I cry when I shoot deer. I get quite upset about it. Hate it. But I know that I'm a good shot, and I know that I've managed that herd properly, and it's time for that one to come out, or it's injured or it's damaged. It's time for that one to come out for the sake of the rest of the herd, or for its own health and its own well-being. Don't want it to suffer. Okay, and I do cry. I'm not ashamed to admit it, and I think any person that doesn't have any emotion at the taking of another life, it has something to wonder about. And again, when we come back to the badgers and TB, yes, I can understand a farmer who puts every day, every moment, every ounce, every penny he has into maintaining and managing his herd. For him, his family, his life, okay, to suddenly have a badger come through spreading TB into his herd that he's put so much effort and hard work into. I can understand how heartbreaking that is, okay? And I can understand his want to cull those badgers. And people say to me, "All right, well, why don't you just put a fence around his farm?" Okay, put your money in, you put your hand in your pocket, okay? Badgers will destroy most fences. So you put your hand in your pocket, you pay for that fence to go around that farm, okay? Because it's 16 pence for a bullet.
Okay? Yeah, where we're going to...
a lot of farmers haven't got the money to refence them.
We got the farm we're going to next weekend is they had a TB testing, and the first one through was their bull, Patrick, and they'd already, because he's already been with them for a couple of years, they'd already arranged a new home.
Evening, mate.
To carry on, because he was going to be for meat until Farmer P rescued him. And unfortunately, the first one to be tested was him, and he was positive.
Yeah.
And we lost another 8.
Anyhow, that's how I feel about it. It's a difficult thing. I'm a country lad through and through. I've seen foot and mouth come through. I've seen farms decimated. It's a terrible thing. Yeah, I can see both sides of the world. I'm a conservationist at heart. I love animals. Love all animals. I will not suffer. I will not see cruelty to any living animal. I will not. Okay, this is one thing guaranteed to get me running after somebody and smacking them in the mouth quicker than anything else. It's cruelty. Okay, there's no need for it. However, yeah, sometimes we have to make the hard decision to be humane and manage properly and look after them. It's very difficult, and it's very emotive. And there'll be people listening to this that will disagree with me. There'll be people that have their own opinions, and I respect your opinions. Please, just respect mine. Yeah, simple as that.
F you, Cruz, in the house.
F you! How you doing, mate? Oh, right, wonderful. We've got a full house tonight. The only one we haven't got is Chris and Life's a Hobby, because they're both away.
And Jason.
And Jason, yeah.
I think
Jason's
he's working.
Jason's working, yeah. He's at the tennis club, isn't he? Oh, watching the tennis. Yeah, crossbows. See, that's going to be another one in the UK. See, crossbows, great bit of kit. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. However, they are going to eventually be banned or licensed or whatever they decide to do with it.
Very true.
So, yeah, Lee, that's it. You just have to remain logical about it. Now, I used to know a lady in Cornwall, North Cornwall, wasn't it, who used to eat badger.
Oh, yeah, no Benny either. Yeah. No Benny.
No Benny tonight. Yeah. No, I used to know a lady in North Cornwall who used to eat badgers. Yeah.
Yeah, she's eating badger.
And she had recipes going back 300 or 400 years for badger ham, which was basically the poor people's. If you couldn't afford a pig, you harvested the badgers and you smoked them the same as you would smoke a ham, and that was your mainstay through the winter.
Go to South America and that. They guinea pigs. Well, to us, guinea pigs. Most people, guinea pigs are a pet, but it's meat. At the end of the day, before they become pets, they were a source of meat.
Where's Benny? Did he die?
Hopefully not. No.
Hopefully not.
Well, I know he's got a new car. Yeah. And he's nice new.
I bet he'd be out gallivanting.
Yes, it is.
Gallivant. Well, the thing is, it's still light here in the UK. So I know Chris is off in having a holiday in Wales. So hopefully he's having a great time. He's back tomorrow. Benny's probably out filming, or Benny works through the week, so he's probably out making the most of the light on a Sunday, which I don't blame him. Good on him. And go.
That's the sign of a good group that people recognise that the fact that certain members are not around.
Yeah, and again, I don't expect anybody to be here.
Yeah, definitely a long weekend.
It's a community. If you're not busy and you want to drop in, join in, pop out. It's not a regiment. You haven't signed up. You don't have to be here to parade at X time. And that's it.
Excellent. So Friday night, was that when we had the storm?
It's Friday night, Thursday night.
Thursday night, yeah.
Thursday night. It was Thursday we had the storm.
Mind you, they've been that thunderstorms carried on, isn't it?
Yeah, it moved up country slowly. No,
they say tonight, supposedly, these asteroids, there's a meteor storm, and you should better see it if the clouds, no cloud cover, but at the moment there's terrible. Yeah.
There's a clear bit coming.
Yeah,
we might be lucky here to see the asteroids.
Bloody mutiny. Yeah, that's it.
Got a sling.
All right. Oh, thank you, BJ. I appreciate that. This is the best part of each week.
Mate, it's the best part of my week as well. It's a let my hair down. I need it. I look forward to it. The thing is, and this is, for me, I'm fairly busy. We've got a hectic life, doesn't it? It's like, what with my mum, looking after Kaz, the channel and other bits and pieces. I'm
usually up with Mac as well.
I run out of time. I sit here some weeks and I go, well, you might notice sometimes I don't load the live stream
Gary
till
says,
Sunday morning.
do you remember the SA80 bayonet scabbard?
Yeah.
Having a sharpening starting stone on the side and plus hidden saw down the side. I've seen that they use guinea pigs, it's a medicine woman that they use the guinea pig to work out what was wrong with you.
SA80 scabbard, sharpening stone. Hacksaw.
Okay. Perhaps you might see the asteroids then, Mary.
And yeah, built-in wire cutter. That actually do it. Anyhow, rubbish piece of kit. Okay, I don't like the S80 bayonet. I can tell you why. Because early on, I snapped one there. Okay, it is a weak point. It's it's not sharpened. Doesn't have an edge. It's a bayonet. It only has one real job. It's I think if you're looking for
Astra is a lovely name.
The scabbard's the best bit about it. And if you're looking for a very, very good, well, I say very, very good, a pretty good bayonet system, yeah, go get the old AK bayonet system. They were all right. They were a bugger to sharpen, but once you got them sharpened, they weren't too bad. But again, bayonets. It's horses, of course, isn't it?
Gary's just been given one by the old boy that's he's offering the air rifle. Right, it's another bit of kit.
It's a nice souvenir bit of kit. It's one of those things. I keep that up there. They weren't my favourite bit of kit, but in 30 years' time, when the S8 is long gone and all the gear's been got rid of and disposed of, it will become a collectible thing. Okay, it will become a bit of history. Okay, it will be. Yeah, it's nobody ever told me years ago when I was driving them, that an Austin Allegro will one day sell for £4,000 to £5,000. If only I'd bloody known that then, because I could have bought them 50 quid a time for the banger racing.
Renault, jelly mold Renaults as well.
Yeah, so again, have a look round at your kit. There's items in your kit that I guarantee you put it away now, you oil it up, look after it, pack it away. 30 years from now, you'll be looking at that going, bloody hell, see what they're fetching in the collectors now. Because people will want them. Yeah. Keep it in original form, give it an oil up. It's adaptable.
Or just a proddy stick for if wild boar come at you.
Yeah. Mary says it's a lovely evening in Northamptonshire.
Yeah, we've got very cloudy here.
Very cloudy here.
Hampshire.
Yeah. It's yeah. I just got a partner called Astria. A number of people that call her Astria is unbelievable.
Well, I stopped. It sounded like I haven't got a puncture. It's Willow just in because he wants more.
Yeah, it's quite funny kit that things that I've had over the years that I parted with, and then sort of 20 years later you're suddenly finding out.
Good evening, Ian.
You wish you hadn't got rid of it. It's suddenly skyrocketed in value, or it's become a very rare thing to have. And that bayonet that will go to my sons and hopefully on to my granddaughter and grandkids and that'll be like that was one day that's going to be the old hanging up on the wall. That was great granddad Mick's S80 bayonet. Well, it wasn't because I'd have given me, but it was similar to the one I was issued. So and that's the way I tend to look at it now. I'm at that point. It's funny, you get a point in life where you start actually thinking what you're going to leave behind. Yeah. So you start selecting the odd bits and pieces that you think, I'll pass that on. Yeah, SAE cleaning kits. There you go. Very good cleaning kit, actually. Absolutely brilliant bit of pull through.
Well, it's the little green
Yeah,
pouchy
yeah,
things.
for the little pull through cord. Absolutely fantastic for cleaning almost anything. That 0.223. So yeah, you can do most things with it apart from 2.2s. I actually filched an SAE cleaning kit to connect the brushes to for cleaning 410s and 12 gauges at one point.
Instead of a snake.
Yeah. Speculate to accumulate. Yeah, ball snakes. That's the point.
What have you done with your ball snakes? Who knows? You had enough of the blooming things.
Yeah, ball snakes. Yeah. Yeah. So again, it's yeah. So that's another thing, isn't it? As you're building your bushcraft and your survival kit, your gear, it's you. A lot of the kit you'll get, you'll actually, if you care for it, will last you your lifetime. It'll be passed on. How many times have you walked into somewhere and seen an axe in a little second-hand store or something? You look at the axe and it's dated 18 something or other, and you think to yourself, bloody hell, it's still going strong today. Well, you think if you've got an axe now, you look after it.
It's like me.
Where's it going to be in 100 years?
I collect little bits of silver, very tiny little bits. You know, the old little mustard spoons.
Yeah.
And that, and the earliest spoon I've got is 1789. And I'm thinking, you know, that how many people have used that little spoon? You know, it's
bits of trench art. Okay. So that little bit of trench art there, Canadian light horse with the bullets, which are inert, they are fired and emptied. Okay. So that was presented to a lady in Cranley. Okay. Who was very popular with the Canadian light horse
in
when they were
Dunsfold.
billeted there in Dunsfold. Okay. And it came to me. Now, that's got a lovely story behind it. Okay. That's the cat badge there, which was then put on a
Casing.
37mm casing. Okay. And 30-06 rounds. Now, that's been around since the Second World War. And it's come to me. And I keep it here and I'll look after it and I'll pass that on to my sons. That's a lovely bit of history. But even more cute, and the important bit for me behind it, is the story. And I'm not saying she was some sort of fancy lady of the night. She was popular with the guys, whether she made them tea, whether she made them brews, whether she chatted to the young lads and gave them a little bit of
she was
friendliness, a bit of home from home.
My next door neighbour.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, and she passed that on to my mum.
Yeah.
And she passed it on to you.
Yeah. Which is and again, people always go, oh yeah, what was she like? She must have been. No, she probably just was friendly to them. Made them tea, made them coffee, made a cake possibly, chatted to young lads that were away from home, probably scared. Might have darn socks, yeah, might just been somebody that would remind them of their mum, their sister, a family friend. And so they presented her with that. Okay. Absolutely lovely story, wonderful story of lonely people, a long way from home at a very dangerous time, befriending somebody. Yeah. Yeah, a bit soft really, aren't I? But there we go. I like those sort of stories. I do like that sort of history, and I think the story behind it is as important, if not more, than the item itself. Gary still preferred the SMG and the SLR. They were my favourite weapons. Okay, don't mate. Well, depends what you're talking about in SMGs. Okay, there are many types of SMG. If you're talking about the Sterling, yeah, it was all right. Okay, preferred the SD version myself. It was quite.
Yeah, right there, Lee. Memories are golden.
You're probably a bit young for the Sten. MP5s. Yeah. many different types of SMG out there. Beretta. Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Kiwi.
Played with lots of them over the years. SLR, not a fan of the SLR. Never. I mean, S80 A1 wasn't a fan of that either. A2, slightly more of a fan, not a perfect fan. The SLR, bloody hated it. But there
All right. Good evening, Faye.
But the round, 7.62. Yeah, love it. Love it.
So what's everyone up to this weekend? Anything wild and...
That's on the way from it. It is right. That's a nice thing of the story, isn't it? That's a bit when I look at it, I think about it. I mean, that took time and effort to construct. Okay, these lads wouldn't have had, they weren't in a position to have something. They couldn't really go, oh, let's buy a dress, let's buy this. So they'd have had somebody who was a bit of a craftsman amongst them, shaved that casing down to make an ashtray of it. So she was obviously a smoker. They took one of their cat badges and soldered that to the front. They took two 30R6 casings, took the heads off of a couple more, emptied it out, fired off the percussion caps, and then soldered the whole lot together. And I think that just
downstairs I've got a stone.
It wasn't something that
cannonball about that big.
Wasn't something that was knocked together in 5 minutes. It wasn't something. That was something somebody put some effort and time into making, to give to somebody to say, thank you. Wonderful.
Yeah, this cannonball. My mum, I keep forgetting to ask my mother where it is. Her and my dad found that stone cannonball.
Yeah.
And because I need to know, because there's going to be a time when I can't ask her. Yeah. She's not going to be around, and then I won't be able to pass the information on to for when it goes with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like the Sterling.
Oh, bless you.
I did like the Sterling. It's a good bit of kit.
Night, Katrina.
Night, Katrina. Take it easy, my darling. Yeah. Good kit. Yeah. And so I'm just reading through the comments. I've got the wrong glasses on tonight, so it's like, keep it on. Hi, Faye. How you doing? Hi. Oh, that's a female stain kits here in the States back in the mid-90s. Good times. Yeah. The stain gun was all right as long as you didn't drop it. Okay. Got sniper on the SLR more times than I can count.
Oh, wow. That's definitely a bit of history, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't have his name on it then?
No. Wow. Cool, blimey. I tell you what, that didn't have his name on it, did it? Yeah, Sterling's all right. Okay for what they were. Okay. Right, so, yeah. That's sort of thrown me a little bit now. I did promise the other week I wasn't going to start talking about firearms.
No.
That's been my career and my life in broadcasters.
Yeah, it's hard to watch a film really, and someone's going, that's not right. It's not going. That's blank.
Too many armory courses. So I go, no, that doesn't work like that. How the bloody hell are they doing? And you wouldn't do that with that. Yeah. So history kit and history. So yeah. So historical kits, building your historical kit, or you wanted to have, or you want to talk about survival, wild camping, all the rest of it. It's one of the things I'm often harping on about is look back to old kit, look back to old methods, techniques, equipment, purely and simply because anything that is we use today is based on old ideas. You know, whether it be a fur skin, whether it be using a wool coat or a wool blanket, whether it be using modern equipment and materials. The only thing that has really advanced is our technology when it comes to manufacturing and producing lighter, and in some cases stronger materials.
Take yourself in the corner and slap yourself and have a strong word with yourself.
Gary, we'll get together and have a chat one day. So the other thing is, when you're talking about that sort of kit, I mean, you always have to. I'm always getting, oh yeah, light kit, ultralight, ultralight, ultra modern, ultralight, ultra modern, ultralight. And I commented on something the other day. Can't remember whose it was on. It might have been one of mine. It was a comment. And I actually said to somebody there, because they were saying about, no, somebody had done a video about wool. Very good video actually about wool. And they got the wool wet, and they were saying about thermal efficiency of wool. And I thought wool is more thermal efficient than man-made fibres when wet. Simple fact. Okay, sheep wear it. Okay, it's covered in lanolin. Right, you're never going to see a sheep up in the mountains freezing to death. Right, I've seen sheep at minus 30, 40 degrees. I've seen sheep buried in snow. Okay, not freezing to death. Okay, now wool is thermally efficient when wet. However, it does get wet and it will leak water down. It becomes super, super heavy. So wool over Gore-Tex is something I used to have thrown at me all the time, because I used to have a habit of wearing tweeds to work when other guys would be wearing. We'd be on ranges all day, every day. And I'd quite often take an old tweed jacket out, and it was a proper tweed hunting jacket. I would take it out with me and wear that. And I used to get guys laughing. They go, fuck you, go up stores, get yourself a Gore-Tex. So I've got a Gore-Tex. This is warmer. It's waterproof. Okay. I'm a lot more comfortable in it. If I'm laying on the point demonstrating or doing anything myself, it's not going to rip, tear, snag or wear through. It's a lot more tough than Gore-Tex.
So Stealth, really,
but it was heavy. So
it wasn't good you hurting yourself, but by hurting yourself, you realise, he's saying that you realised he had to take a basic kit. After junk, he didn't use half the junk in his bag.
Stealth, welcome to my world. I come back from every time I do. I can literally once a week. I come back walking. I look at Gaz and go, "Oh, I'm not taking half of that next time." And what I do the following week? Oh well, yeah, but it's again. Sometimes you need that to remind you, because how much stuff do we add to our kit that we don't use? Just out of interest, what have I got? What? My top pocket, my sauce pocket. I emptied my bag earlier on today. Okay, so I emptied all the main pockets in my bag.
Here we go. It's going to find itself.
What is left in my top pocket?
It's going to be like a gateway to Narnia.
Right, so 4 instant coffees, 20 pence a piece.
Thank you. Let's go in the money box.
Munchies.
Yeah.
Emergency bun. Jimmy bar. Spoon.
Yes, he lost one of these the other day. Somebody came out of the kitchen with that in his mouth, walking. But go, you didn't see nothing, Dad?
Another coffee. Another Jimmy bar. Another coffee.
If you have a coffee shortage, it's his fault.
Wrappers. And that is purely and simply because what do I end up doing in that pocket? Every time I go out, I end up throwing in that pocket. I sit there and go, I'll stick an extra coffee in there just in case somebody else turns up. Just in case Gareth's up the woods, I'll take an extra coffee with me. He might want a cup of coffee. Or take an extra coffee with me just in case. And what do I do? So every week I throw in an extra coffee. I've got about 8, 9 coffees there. And I will still put 2 coffees into my brew kit, one for me, one for Mac. Okay? It's
not the trail mix I've got my eye on, it's the mint cookies and cream Jimmy bars. I rather like them.
If you're a good girl, I'll let you have it later.
Well, I've got no chance of getting it then, have I? Sorry.
Yeah. And that's what happens with my kit. I end up. It's the amount of times I'll end up somewhere and I'll be doing some filming. I'll go to the bag and I'll say, like, I've been looking for that for the last 6 months. I wonder where I'd put that, and it'll be a bit of kit.
Yeah, I opened the glove box in the car to put my mobile phone in there the other day, and there was 2 of the Jimmy bars in there.
So when we have the camp at the end of the month, beginning of next month, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a load of my old ball in the bag stuff and that. I'll bring a load of that up. Let's throw it in a cardboard box, and you guys can have a pillage of that as you want. There's also some MOD brew kits and that there, so you can have a pillage. Because I'm going to have a little bit of a slim down here. Okay, I've got running out of space, and again, it's that whole thing. I keep collecting kit, and eventually you get to a point where you go, well, I'm going to have to get rid of this, and this. In actual fact, there might be a couple of items here that I'll bring up to the camp as well, and if anybody can make use of them, they'll be there for you. God, I'm feeling better now. I'm painful week. I got slightly stressed on Saturday, didn't I?
Yeah.
I got slightly stressed on Saturday. I have an admission to make to my subscribers and friends out there.
It's a good idea, BJ.
It's a shamefaced admission, so I'm going to take my hat off. It's a moment of guilt. I must.
As the light glares off the top of your head.
I'll put my hat back on. I must beg your forgiveness. So I went to the local supermarket on Saturday morning, as I'm occasionally known to do, and I went in to get a couple of bits and pieces. And the lovely Cass said to me, "Pick me up a pack of sugar snap peas." And I went, "Yeah, of course I can, love. Of course I can, my darling." And I got in there, and for whatever reason,
it's because I like it, so does Willow.
The supermarket was heaving, and I mean heaving. Okay, so I'm just being me. I got a little green bag on the shoulder, and I'm mooching along with my basket. And there's loads of people at the veg section, so I wait till there's a gap. I wait till I can get to sugar snap peas without barging getting in the way and all that. So I wait till there's a gap, and I step into this gap, and I reach up to get the sugar snap peas, and a chap approaches me from the left and stops me from getting to the peas. He literally leans across my body like that, and then it turns out he's talking to the woman on my right, who is also then seen to lean across me, blocking me from the sugar snap peas. Now, I was annoyed. I was bloody annoyed. But I thought, no, what would your subscribers and your community think of you, Mick, if you went into one now? And I breathed deep and I went, no, they would be ashamed of you. So I stepped back and I said, you know what, I'll come back to the sugar snap peas. I'm going to go and have a look at the reduced section. So I walked down probably about 50 metres to the reduced section. And I'm just browsing through the reduced section as you do, thinking, oh, bit of reduced chicken there. Willow might like that. Oh, they've got some reduced cheeses there. What cheeses have they got? I'll give Kaz a ring in a minute. Just have a peek through and see what there is. Because I've got a fairly tight budget. At which time, Mr. and Mrs., same Mr. and Mrs., turned up. Exactly the same technique. He's to my left, she's to my right, and he physically leans across in front of me. Okay? But then he steps to his missus. So literally barged me out. The reason I ask your forgiveness is because this is the point where I just went,
he lost his shit.
I'm not dealing with this. So, one of the best lines I think I've used in years, I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, your father must have been a real pussy. And he looked at me, and he's probably got 10 years on me. He looked at me and he went, you what? I went, your father, he must have been a real pussy. And he went, what did you fucking mean by that? And I went, because he never had the balls to slap some manners into you, did he? Right? And at that point, I walked away. Okay? Now, I ask your forgiveness because I should never have deemed to lower myself to that point. Nor Should I have taken those reduced sausages out of his missus' shopping trolley as I walked past and put them back on the shelf? Because I bet he was looking forward to them. All I do hope is somebody who was possibly on a very, very tight budget found those cheap sausages, took them home and thoroughly enjoyed them. So for this, on this Sunday, I will ask your forgiveness. If you deem not to give it to me, I understand. I will carry the shame with me for the rest of my days. But that was what happened to me on Saturday morning. Just thought you might like to hear it, share it.
Yes, he did get the sugar snap peas because me and Willow really love
Went back from
cold, freshly cut up sugar snap peas in our salads and that.
Yeah.
He's also very partial to the odd baby sweet corn, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm getting killer. My slapping days I tried to put behind me, my friend. Do you know what these days? Yeah, I just too much arthritis in my knuckles. No, I try. Do you know what? I just try and avoid the aggravation these days. Try and shake my head and just walk away. But just sometimes they it's a poke too far. Cheers, Kiwi.
Last one,
Stephen. Cheers, my friend.
I went into one was when a lady parked in the disabled bay just to go to the post office.
Cheers, BJ.
And yeah,
Gary. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much, FU Group. Yeah, it's just rudeness.
I said to her, you know, these this lady in the disabled bay. I said to disabled, it's not free. No. For disabled people to use. And by the end of it, she apologised. She said, "I won't ever do it again." I said, "Yeah, you will."
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I just don't. I'm not an arsehole. I try not to be an arsehole. I know I am an arsehole. Okay, simple as that. I am an arsehole, and I've tried not to be. I tried to change my ways. I tried to be.
He said to his mum today, I need to come. I don't want to turn into a grumpy old man. I said, "What about
too late?
Too late. You are."
I tried to be better. I tried to do the right thing. I'm born in a generation that said please and thank you, open the door, and all the rest of it. Just
hello, Lisa. Lisa's Ray's daughter.
Where's the comment?
It's a green one, but the L.
Oh yeah, Lisa. Oh yeah, Ray's daughter here. Yeah, let's say that. Certainly that does come through people all the time. Test your patience. It certainly does. So it does. And there's, do you know what? Somebody said to me, I think it's one of the scouts recently, how do you judge how, in your experience, how do you judge good people? And I said, well, you can't. I say, you can't judge people. Okay. The only thing you can do with people is accept two things. And I'll go with John Wayne saying there. Okay. I don't disrespect, cuss at, or rude to other people. And I will not allow myself to be cussed at, rude to, or yes, and so on. It's again because it's got to be nice to people.
We have the same with a certain lot. They just do that, just empty it all out.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, and it's it is. It's one of the few things you get for nothing, isn't it? It's politeness and a sense of humour. Now, they were given to you for nothing. Sense of humour was free of charge.
Okay, right? What I actually did was...
and a sense of politeness and manners, again, is something you got for absolutely nothing. And so there are times when you've got to put the manners away. There are times when you've got to put the manners to one side and the sorry, not the fist, but the hand needs to come out and say, no, the fuck off, or
Kiwi, you're right. The only thing is, what I usually say is, have you got to put your blue badge in the window? That's when I usually say, no, I don't have one. But yeah, it is annoying when some disabilities aren't always noticeable.
Yeah. Yeah, and it happens. It happens. And again, but it's how you deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will always approach the situation. Even as a doorman, I would approach things in a short manner. Don't get me wrong, I didn't want to get into conversations with people, especially as I was having to be a bit forceful. But I never went out of my way to be rude.
Oh, well done, Stealth. Congratulations, Stealth has finally hit the 500 subs. Well done.
Well done, mate. Well done.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, congrats, Stealth. But 500 subs, that's it. You wait, before you know it, you're at 1,000, and then you get that little notification from YouTube saying, do you want to be monetized? Okay. And then it all goes down. No, it doesn't. It's so, yeah. You're going to get...
You'll notice it comes down a little bit and then goes back up. It's quite funny with the YouTube.
Yeah, congrats, mate. It's a funny old thing. You will also probably very soon get asked if you want to be what do they call it? They start offering you things. YouTube will start offering you things, and one of the things will be...
That's good, Michael.
Open up members, being able to give gifts. And I would say every time they offer you something, jump at it. Go at the lowest setting you can, because they'll push you all the more. Okay? It's one of the reasons that I monetize, but I don't take the money. Okay, which I know sounds stupid. There is a cunning plan here. One day I'll hopefully build the channel to the point where it can actually produce me an income. When it can produce me an income, then I can change my income source of the moment. Okay, pension and all the rest of it. Start putting that away again and move forward.
Benny, you're not dead. Someone said, did you die?
Yeah, we were worrying, Benny. We were like, where's Benny?
Oh, he's out on the pub. He's out on the lash.
Oh, yeah. No, mate, no problem. Happy birthday to your cousin.
It was noticed that you weren't here.
Yeah, we missed your brother. Yeah, happy birthday to your cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? They brought the ramp. It was the same with we have a trailer with my big mobility scooter on. You have to put signs on all over the place saying, please don't park so close.
Benny's out on the lash. She'll be dying tomorrow morning.
I'm not surprised. That's a problem with electric cars.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Gary. Starting to see that all over the place. They're
starting to not take them on ferries as well.
Yeah, I've got... Well, they take electric cars on the ferry, but when the last ferry I got onto the Isle of Wight was a big sign: no e-bikes, no e-scooters. Won't allow them on there. I'm just wondering how long it'll be before there's an incident with an electric car on a ferry and they turn around and go, right.
Yeah, I'd have thought,
no electric
especially
cars.
If you're going from, say, Dover to Calais, that's quite a long slog, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if one of them goes up, you can't put them buggers out.
Especially when it gets a bit rough.
Yeah.
The only way to deal with that is to flood the deck.
I'm glad you didn't die, Benny, and have a good fun and just, remember to have a nice glass of water when you get into you. Don't feel so rough in the morning. Excuse me, indigestion. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, military have been using, they've got electric bikes. I've also seen a couple of electric vehicles they've been using over the years. Well, Steve was saying next year they're going to start charging them congestion charges. Yeah. Well, I just think that's only fair, isn't it? At the end of the day. What happened in that airport car park with that matey's Range Rover? I think there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. I can see the future is different. I think it's hydrogen personally, if you want the answer, but yeah. Well, the thing is, there's no. Where's the bonus to having an electric car? No, there isn't one, is there? These top-up places are cost you more to fuel than it does my diesel car. Okay.
it's far heavier, so there's a lot more maintenance, wear and tear on things like tyres and that. The
Definitely
councils are
hydrogen
now
is the way.
starting to realise that it damages the road more. There's insurance companies don't want to insure them now, or don't like insuring them because of the damage risk, not to the car, but to everything else around it, which pushes their not being funny, they're starting to get a bit of a flap and panic with one car to cost millions and millions of pounds and destroying a whole car park.
Lisa said, did you say no e-bikes over on the Isle of Wight?
They have e-bikes on the Isle of Wight, but they don't allow them on the ferries.
So you can't take them on the ferry, but you can get. We have seen them.
That is the passenger ferry. I don't know about the car ferry, but I know the passenger ferry. It said no e-bikes, no e-scooters. That is a White Link one as well. That was on the Seacat. Although they allow you to take ordinary push bikes and scooters. The other thing is this whole electric car thing, which was a great idea. Don't get me wrong, great idea. But when we talk about world trying to conserve the world, the planet, save the planet, the earth, and all the rest of it, where do all the materials come from? What's it take to produce?
You see all the little kids digging out to get the batteries and that.
So that's where it goes to. And then you've got the disposals on it. Now, the thing that always throws most people and really upsets some people, do you know what the most environmental friendly vehicle in this is the UK, in the United Kingdom is? Pound for pound, actual weight for weight, the most environmental vehicle ever produced in the United Kingdom. I'm going to give you a minute to throw up your answers to see if anybody can guess what it was. And I'll then tell you, because I did a bit of research into this and I loved it.
These charging stations, they're putting them all where the car park, like supermarkets. But it's no good to you if you're at home. You can't charge it because you're at home, but your car is too far away for you to be able to plug it in.
Nearly. Austin Allegro, no. Morris Minor, no. No, I think we've given it long enough to give to you.
Yeah. It
was actually the Series 3 Land Rover.
Yay!
Right. Series 3 Land Rover, of which there are still 65% of them are still registered as on the road or in use. Okay. So they're still running. 1972, I believe, onwards. 2.25 petrol and diesel engines. And the majority of them are still running their original engines, gearboxes, and axles. Okay, so and in that there's quite a resurgence in them at the moment. But
everyone's after them because you don't.
Which is quite funny for something that people hated then and hate now for being ploddy, rattly, slow, windy, drafty, vibrating, the most uncomfortable thing you'll ever drive. However,
I love a Series Land Rover. Yeah. It's got so much character to it.
Yeah, it's a Series Land Rovers. Especially the Series. I think it was the Series 3 was rated as the one was the most environmentally friendly vehicle ever produced, purely and simply because they just went on and on and on and on and on. And when you look at classic cars, if you travel around this wonderful world of ours, especially if you go around a bit of Green Lane in and the rest of it, it always makes me smile to see Series 1, Series 2, Series 2As, 3s, and the rest of it still out there, still running, still being used every day.
A 109, that was the ex-Army. We have the Series 3, we've had a lightweight.
Yeah. No problem is, they're that popular now.
Yeah.
Something that 10 years ago, you could pick them up for 500 quid each.
Yeah.
Right. Now, 18 to 19,000 pounds for a real tidy one.
Yeah, our boys loved it. We put a little an ammo box each side for them in the back, and they used to keep their drinks and crisps and all that in it.
Yeah, and it gets funny that, isn't it? Because they're quite slow. So nothing was stressed.
Or cold.
Nothing was stressed. Everything was over-engineered.
You got wet every time you went around a corner because the water come in.
Lazy, low-revving engine. No real wear and tear. Fixable. And I suppose that was the beauty of it. It was simplicity.
Until they started getting older and putting V8 engines in it.
Yeah.
And ruining them.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, if I had the money, I'd have another series Land Rover, but I'd only ever have it as a toy. It would be something to go out and do my videos with and all that stuff. Because realistically, by today's standards, and again, I look back at all my Land Rovers with rose tinted glasses.
Yeah, turning circle was awful.
But I can remember going to work at 5:30 on a winter's morning, leaving here, getting to the first corner, having the water run down the channel above the windscreen as I went around the corner, dropping into my lap, waking me up, whilst I'm trying to scrape the ice off the inside of the windscreen. Don't even worry about the outside because the windscreen wiper's frozen halfway up, but that's left a little slot I can see through. The canvas flapping behind me, and every time it flapped, the ice particles that were formed on the inside would fly off and hit me in the back of my neck and my ear roll. And that was with the heater on full. The headlights, foggy night, icy foggy night.
Never bothered putting the stereo on. You couldn't hear the music anyway.
I can remember coming up to a right-hand angled bend on a cold winter's foggy night, and it was a bitter night. And I drove up, and I tell you what, it was that cold and foggy, I had to stop and snap the beam off the headlights to get the car around the corner. It was absolutely awful. Yeah. Yeah, that's the point, Stealth. They weren't reliable, but they would always get you home. Always get you home. I drove one home on 3 cylinders with the main conrod shot, one number 4 pot.
Yeah, we've had 2 Freelanders now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always on my side. I used to watch the bloody thing come from here and go, here we go.
It was one of those, yeah. But again, it was something built to do a job, and that job it did well. And a lot of old classic cars, again, just did their job well, didn't they? It's the only reason the Land Rover survived in the numbers that it did over things like the old Vauxhall Viva were purely simply because of farmers and landowners and businesses who basically would buy a Land Rover, and all the time it did the job, you weren't going to change it. Yeah. Freelander 2, yeah. I actually tempted to look into a Freelander 2 for myself next time round. I love the Honda CR-V. I do just a little bit more ground clearance, set of mud tyres, set of roof lights. But there we go.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of it. Yeah. See me getting a wet t-shirt.
I could beg for forgiveness once more. I beg for forgiveness for all the times I've given Caroline a wet t-shirt. No, they were good. And I had some fun with them.
Oh, the kids loved them, and we had some great times in it.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and the other thing, it was the speed. Okay, people always used to say, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to make my Series 3 Land Rover go faster." You don't want it to go faster.
My Series went
55, 60 mile an hour, 70 at a real push, hammering it. You don't want no faster than that in old Series. 10-inch drum brakes, steering with the accuracy of a drunk Ray Reardon. Yeah, it was just not. Yeah.
Good night, Yarps.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Saying good night, Yarps.
Yarps, good night, my friend. Take it easy. Have a good one. Yeah, 424 fuels.
Yeah, I won't forgive him that fast, though. I'm not stupid. Yeah. It's got me worse something.
Yeah. Night, Yarps. You take it easy, mate. Have a great week. Yeah, and so what? Yeah, I'll tell you. What classics? Yeah, Landys all the way out. I love Landys. I've had a couple of Jeeps as well, and I did like them as well. I did like my Jeeps. Yeah, we had a couple of XJs, didn't we? And I loved them. Absolutely loved them.
Hi, Mark. I hope you're having a great time with your. He's currently camping for the first time in 35 years. Yeah, great ideal for bank holiday treat. I'm hoping you're having a great time.
Mark, I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful time. Of course, it's bank holiday weekend this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
bank holiday Monday tomorrow.
Some people won't have to work, but some do. Yeah.
Mark, I hope you're having an absolute wonderful weekend, my friend. And yeah, enjoy it. And just you'll be on your way home tomorrow planning your next one. You'll be like, what are we doing next? Yeah, have fun. And yeah, that's actually made my night. So small steps, having been inspired by your channel, inspired by my channel.
Whereabouts in the country are you, Mark?
Bless you, my friend, and thank you so very much. That means the world to me. If I can inspire somebody to get out and enjoy themselves and rekindle a passion and a love, job done.
Yeah, we had a Cherokee. We quite like that, but most of the time you're going to say I'd rather be pushing my Land Rover than driving a Jeep and that sort of thing.
I like the Jeep. It didn't leak, had heaters, and the windscreens went more than one speed.
Yeah, the dogs liked it in the back of that, didn't they?
The only annoying thing for me with the Jeep is I couldn't get the 4-litre petrol, which is what I really wanted because it's a bulletproof engine. So I had to have the 2.4 diesel, and that wasn't the most reliable thing ever built. Kiwi, sorry to hear you're working tomorrow, mate. Yeah. So,
yes.
You say that bank holidays. I don't think I had a bank holiday off in 30 years. I didn't know what bank holidays were. It was like
yeah, you just got Christmas off, didn't you?
I've missed a couple of those over the years.
Yeah. Oh, ginger mead behind.
Some ginger mead behind. Oh, nice. Red headlight on.
Sheffield. Oh, nice.
Loving it. Sheffield, originally from Scotland.
Hi, Foxy lady.
Hi, Foxy. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day.
Oh, Scotland. We love Scotland, don't we?
Yeah, I love Scotland. 2 international scouts. yeah, international scout. Yeah.
You once had. Are they Russian?
Yeah.
They wanted to take your Land Rover, your Defender. They wanted to take it back.
No, that was Czech Air Force.
Yeah.
Wanted to buy my Land Rover and fly out the UK.
Under the helicopter.
Story behind it is this is back early 2000s, and we had a Czech pilots came over to the UK. They were doing an exchange with a local airbase of ours, or came over to work with our guys. I think we were looking into the Chinook, and basically, lovely bunch of guys. But part of their training programs, they brought them onto the ranges, and they compared weapon systems. So the Czechs brought over their rifle system. They had to go with the S80, GPMG, and all the rest of it, down to pistol. And I was running 2 of the pilots back down to the range building in my personal Land Rover. I had a 90-inch Land Rover, my own, in metallic maroon. Lovely thing.
A blacked out window in the back, didn't it?
200 TDI. Stunning. Loved it. But at the time, young family, budget was tight, and I was thinking I'm going to have to sell this. So I'm driving it back down, and one of them says to me, he says, I like this. And I said, yeah, it's great, isn't it? He said, yeah, how much? And I said, pardon? He said,
I like the smiley face transits.
I had a chat to their translator and said, is he serious about buying it? And he said, yeah, serious about buying it. He'd buy that off you, take it back to the Czech Republic with him. I said, how's he getting it back to the Czech Republic? He said, they'll get it into one of their mills. I said, what? He said, yeah, get it. They'll either get it into one of the helicopters and fly it back to the Czech Republic, or they will dangle it under one of the helicopters and fly it back to the Czech Republic. He said, but yeah, he's pretty serious about buying it. And I was like, well, yeah, where are they going to pick up from? He said, well, yeah, pick up from here. He said, they'll just fly over, land on the range, connect it up, and take it when they fly back. One of the weirdest conversations I've ever had. It was like, yeah, I buy your Land Rover. I'm going to land my helicopter here, connect it, take it. Wonderful bunch of guys. Stayed in contact with them for a couple of years. Absolutely fantastic.
I don't
Didn't
know if
actually
you
buy the Land Rover in the end, but
realise, Mark, but there is a camp coming up at the end of this month.
Yeah.
The 31st of May to the 2nd of June. If you're interested, I don't know if it's too far for you to come from Sheffield, but there is.
yeah, we're having a
Space.
camp down here. We do have a couple of spaces left if there's anybody interested in joining us on the camp. And that will, as Carol said, 31st of May to the 2nd of June here in Surrey, in England. Actually, between Farnham and Aldershot. Next weekend, I will make sure that I've got all the what 3 words and all the details. If there's anybody that's interested in coming, hit me up on that.
And of course, they're going to be grain stew, Timmy.
What I'll do, in fact, actually, the
Thanks,
sensible manner is hit us up at hampshireoutdoors@mail.com, and then what I will do, I will email you back details of what 3 words for where it is. Okay, meet up point, and if you could let me know when you're looking at getting down here, whether it's on the Friday night and a
Mystery
rough
curry.
time, or if not on the Saturday and a rough time, because somebody has to travel up to a gate to allow you access. The other thing I will send you is my personal phone number, so that basically you can get hold of me. You know, you suddenly turn up there and there's nobody about. You can phone me up. And go, Ricky, where are you?
Ray's off to Scotland on the Sunday, so he's going to come for Saturday for the day.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Fantastic. Yeah, and that's just it. If there's anybody that can only make it for the day or the afternoon or whatever, wants to pop down and say hi.
And meet everyone in the flesh.
Meet everyone in the
flesh. But it's not a nudist thing.
And I've been practicing to have such a good looking
yes, we
body.
do, but you. Yep.
I've been trying so hard.
Good evening, Outdoor Alley.
Hey, mate, how you doing? No worries, mate. I'm going to be winding it up in another 9-10 minutes anyhow. Outdoor Alley, I've enjoyed your videos, my friend.
Gary's put what 3 words, Mick? Is it we forgive you?
Depends on the weather, doesn't it? Yeah. Hi, Ali. Brilliant. Yeah, how's your arm, mate?
Lee wants to know what's the policy on twig stoves, and do we have to bring our own fuel?
I have no problem. Twig stove's not an issue, mate. You'll be able to burn that up there. Not an issue at all. Just normal precautions. Obviously, bear in mind you're on, peaty floors and all the rest of it. Yeah, but you want to bring twig stove, use twig stove, not an issue, mate.
See, it could be that, couldn't it, BJ? Did you die?
Could be. Yeah. Lisa, no problems. You want to bring twig stove, you want to bring gas, you want to bring anything like that, bring it up with you. Yeah.
I reckon the what 3 words should be, who did that?
Hey, Mark, you'll survive, mate. You'll survive. Yeah. Okay, it's you. There's what I call the 2 o'clock moment where you suddenly everything goes quiet.
Yeah, Ali,
peace descends upon you, and you just like
he's suffering at the moment because I don't know if you saw his one. He grabbed a bit of one of his metal bits on his stove and give himself a nice old burn.
Yeah, mate, don't mention fingers at the moment, Ali. That finger I burnt got infected. So I ended up having to.
He's doped on codeine at the moment.
Yeah, minor operation on that, using a scalpel myself and then injecting it with iodine to clean it all up and that. So yeah, it's slightly stingy. Well, it's not now, but it was at the time. Temperature's going down, so fingers cooling down, so the infection's cleared up. Yeah, getting there. But blimey, that was my own fault. Burnt the finger one day, following day messing about in flower beds, planting plants and things like that. Didn't even bear it a thought because it didn't hurt. What I do.
Oh yeah, we haven't discussed snacks after the live tonight, have we? Ooh.
What do you fancy tonight after the live?
I'm gonna have a oat and barley bread salad sandwich with chorizo sliced salami.
Okay. I am going to have
Flapjacks and coffee. Yeah.
what's a good plan? What am I going to have? No, because I'm being.
What about you, BJ? What are you having?
I'm going to have
apple strudel and cream. Ooh.
I'm going to have.
Oh yeah, cheese and mashed potato. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to
That's
have. What am I going to have? I have
grilled cheese. Yeah.
Tell you what I'm going to have. I'm going to have 2 or 3 of my homemade biscuits.
Oh, your biscuits, yeah.
Shortbread biscuits.
Oh, chicken tikka masala.
Oh,
gammon.
Right. No, I got. Oh, I had roast pork. I got roast pork in the fridge. I had a pork sandwich. Or even better than that, a no bread pork and pickle butty. Right?
Yeah,
just 2 slices of pork with the pickle in between.
Yeah, see? Saves on the bread.
Saves on the bread, yeah. Cut the carbs, up the proteins. Oh, Kiwi's just had a big bar of dairy milk.
Yeah, I fancy a savoury, but I'm really,
Outdoor only fancies a bowl of range stew.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Jason's cooking that for Jason, my mate, he's an ex-army chef. And he's an ex-army chef, he's an army chef.
Yeah.
And on the camp, he's making a traditional, what he calls traditional military range stew and a military curry.
BJ, can I come to yours for your dinner? He's got fried pork chops, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese.
Nice. Nice.
It does save with the washing up.
Well, that sounds good to me.
I don't know. The mystery thing, it could be an owl, I don't know.
I'm going to be wrapping up in about.
Oh, man, he's got a Chinese coming.
That's the way it goes.
Squirrel, owl, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I love mac and cheese.
Saying that, it's tired. We are looking at, 21:48. It is 10 to 10.
Chef's not here at the moment. I think he's working late tonight, so...
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll bring a small little case.
Right. It's 10 to 10. We'll call it quits at the 2-hour mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you guys a chance to say goodnight to one another. Thank you for joining us this evening. It makes my week. It makes Kaz's week. It really helps. It lifts our spirits. It makes us feel good about what we're doing. I was not even aware it was a bank holiday. That's how my life is at the moment.
I reckon, Ali, it's because when the pot is half empty, they forget which one's got tea and which have got coffee. So
yeah, coffee tea.
Yeah,
no, that's just
coffee
something the chefs are good at making. It's a blend. Those of you that have got tomorrow off, have an awesome day tomorrow. Make the most of it. Remember, run round in your underwear till well after you'd left to go on for work. Okay. If you want to really freak the neighbours out, celebrate it's a bank holiday by putting your underwear on your head, running out into the garden, screaming, "Oh, I have to go to work today!" Okay, and get at least one lap round the garden, Billy Connolly style.
Thank you. I hope you like it.
Cheers, Gary.
Kiwi can't wait till my rice pudding.
I hate gloves. Oh, I regret not wearing them. It's just from those things. Ray, thank you very much, mate. I'll be over and having a look at your channel very, very shortly. I shall sign up to that.
Night all. Everyone have a great week.
Yes, as I was saying, Roman Ray. Yes, it's our friend Ray that's been with us right from the beginning. Young Ray, peerless. Go over.
I don't know what the actual bank holiday is.
Have a look at his channel. Give him a big up. Hey, what's that?
John asked, what is the actual holiday there?
Right, bank holidays were given as a reward, basically. The idea of a bank holiday was a chance for not slaves, we weren't allowed to call
slaves. I'm feeling better, St. Ali.
Slaves, the employers had to give 2 days a year for people to be able to have a long weekend's rest and reward. Basically, before we had vacations,
take care.
Under UK law, these were the only, you've got 2 a year at this time of year, anyhow, and then you obviously got Christmas Day, but those were the only days set in law that you could have off. Other than that, you could pretty much work.
Oh, it's May Day,
your
isn't it?
employer had.
It's May Day bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That goes back to, that's completely different in a way. I try and remove the religious aspect of that. So May Day, yeah, Beltane.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Mark.
We don't really discuss that here, do we? Because that's yeah. Have a look into May Day celebrations in the UK. It's not something they get into because it offends some people. Some people get upset and some people get worried by it. But yeah, basically, run around in the woods naked, drink lots, dance, giggle, have a great time, disappear for a little while, come back, possible pregnancy in 9 months. But they don't stop the population in the village.
Hi, Martin.
Oh,
He's
Martin,
just got
right at the end.
He's got a picture for you.
Have you, mate? Oh. Oh, Martin, right at the end, we're just winding up, my friend.
That's a typical of him having a bit of grass in his mouth. That photo the other day.
Yeah. Always have a bit of grass in my mouth. That or a cigarette.
I will have a look at your phone.
TJ Pockets.
Good evening, TJ Pockets.
Oh, sorry, TJ. Just we'll hang on for a few more minutes. That's not a problem. Martin.
I'm going to have a look. I'm going to pop off and...
She's going to have a look. Right. So Martin and me used to hang out together in our formative years. Young men that we were. Handsome young men, by the way. So he's just managed to find a few photographs of us then. So he's just sent one across to Kaz. So it's like catch-up time.
Oh my God.
I was a bit of a worry.
Is that Jason? In the red and black leather? It's your brother Jason, isn't it?
It's hard to tell whether that was me or him. I used to steal his leather jacket. That might be Jason. That's definitely Sid. Oh, that's me. Is that me?
That's Sid. No, there's two girls.
Tell you who the girls were. That's Andy.
That's not you. It wasn't
that's
you.
Sid.
That's not you.
That's Martin.
That was your brother.
Yeah, that was like brother Jason. Yeah, that's my brother Jason, mate. I was better looking than that. Right. Yeah. Saying that's reached me limit now. I'm 2 hours. Oh. BJ.
Like the way you place your helmets, Egg.
Lisa, take it easy. Have a good evening. Right, I'm going to think about this now. I've got Derbyshire, middle of the UK. Yeah, lovely county, Derbyshire. Kiwi, cheers, my friend. Derek, brother.
Good night, Derek.
Right. Derek, hope all is going well in the goodwill, my friend. Hope you're having a great time. Kiwis in Kent. Oh, we're spread all over the place. So we've got guys in Canada, Alaska. We've got guys in Virginia. We've got guys in Alabama. We've got guys in Portland, Oregon. We've got guys in Australia, New Zealand. We've got guys.
Lots of bright.
We have guys that visit from Africa. We have guys that visit from all over the European Union.
We have plenty. We have quite a few people in Scotland.
We have subscribers from Russia, Ukraine, Czech Republic, Poland. So, and the thing is with this channel, it's again, I'm not like some channels. I don't go, you've got to be here for this. Why are you not all here? I don't care. Come along, join us, have a laugh, have a great time. Oh my God! I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this. All right, let me just have a. That was me. And I was probably about 17, 18 then. That was a young me. Just cheers, Martin. Yeah, that's taken me back. I'd hair then. God dear. Look like Vivian from the Young Ones.
I'm wondering if that other one was you.
Might have been. Just looking a bit effeminate.
Yeah.
That probably was, actually. There we go. Blimey. That was a long time ago. Yeah. There were many miles since that was taken, Mike. Many footsore miles. Yeah. No names, no pack drill. No, exactly that. What we do with this channel is all about sharing. So I started my channel originally to have a bit of a legacy for my granddaughter, to leave something that she could see, engage me by my loves, my passions, and so on. Rocker, definitely. So basically, that's where it all began. It's something that I've taught, I've shared, and I've been involved in for 30 odd years. Okay, my little hidden secret, in actual fact, a lot of people that I know weren't aware of my shooting. They weren't aware of what I did and all the rest of it, because it was my
Lost Boys.
it was my life. Yeah. And it didn't always fit in with the politically correct ideals, and also there were things I was involved in I didn't want to share with people. Didn't need to. Okay. But I decided to start this channel to leave a little bit of a legacy. Grandchildren, future members of the Mitchell clan can look back on this and go, oh, that was great granddad Mick. And funnily enough, people started saying, oh, I like that. People started joining in, and people started following me, and people started asking me questions, and I'd answer the questions. And then people would ask me to show them kit, and I'd show them the kit, and I'd show them how to use the kit, because they'd ask how to use the kit. Then other guys would join in and go, I do the same thing myself. Ray and other guys, yeah, I'm into that. I do that. What's that?
Then you got Reese coming
grown. And then Kaz, who was very shy and retiring, she joined us.
Right?
I managed to get upstairs, join me in the man cave. And it just grew from that. And it's a natural evolution. This isn't forced. It's not planned. This is just what you see is what you get. And I don't know everything. I don't have every answer. And if I don't know, I will be the first one to say, I've got no idea. But I can guarantee you, out there within our subscriber list now, within our community, within our friends, there'll be somebody that goes, you might not admit, but I've got a bloody good idea. I know what to do with that.
Oh, thank you.
And that's where it grows, and sharing knowledge.
Yeah, we've run like a little, as John, it's a little like a pub evening, isn't it? It's like
Sunday night here is a wind down for me. Originally, I tried to do it as a formatted thing, and it's fallen apart. I sit here, I pour a glass, I start with a couple of ideas, and then within 10 minutes, I've used up those ideas, and we're off. And we're just having a natter. You guys throw stuff up, and I throw stuff up, and before we know it, a couple of hours are gone, and we've all had a good chat and a laugh. It's light-hearted. We don't do politics. We don't do religion. We don't do anything that causes stress or irritation. We kind of try and keep it fun, airy, light, have a laugh, show support. That anybody that's going through, and I know how difficult it is, so anybody that decides they're going to start a channel and wants to go through that effort, then we'll try and support them, try and show some support to them, because it's not easy. It's finding the time, getting the kit, doing all the hard work. Yeah, it's still, and then the partner suffers. Okay, because poor old Kaz, the amount of times I've had to sort of put Kaz on the back burner because I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get a video out this week. You know, it's yeah. So again, and I couldn't do it without her support. Simple as that. So we have good fun.
And we love the friendship here. We love the camaraderie and the sharing the love. Yeah, it's good.
What's better than a night down a pub with a load of mates? You're not, or mates, neighbours and friends. You're not all going to see eye to eye on everything. That's human nature. However, you're mature and sensible enough to just have a laugh, overlook those things like my baldness, and just have fun. It's probably down, guys. You say it's the best live stream. It's down to you guys. You make it what it is. You're the ones that give me the ideas where to go. Yeah, Oh, yeah, Derek's
I know, I
40th
hold my hand
live
up.
stream. Yeah.
I know. I wasn't, well, I didn't steal it. It was, I aggressively borrowed it. I'm not giving it back, but I borrowed it.
I am
Anyway.
bald. Yeah, I am going bald, and I don't care.
Oh, I just kicked the dog.
Right.
Sorry, Willow.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I will. Look, it's all sliding back. Do you know what that's
It's
caused
getting
by?
mine. It's getting longer and longer.
Yeah, that's headboards cause that.
I'm reading down now.
Right. I've got to get Kaz downstairs. She needs to take some meds, and I've got to get her. Well, we're going to get a nice sandwich. I fancy one as well. Guys, went on a bit longer than I thought I was going to. I am sorry for that. A bit long-winded. Look, those of you that are out in the woods, if you're out in the woods tonight, have fun. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great time. Okay.
If you get a chance to see the Astrids, then
there's a very good chance of seeing the Astrid meteorite shower tonight. So yeah, if you're in the clear, you're in the open for that. Yeah, brilliant. Other than that, guys, stay safe. Have your adventures. Get outdoors. Share with your friends. Share with your family. Have a great time. Okay. Above all, love those you do. Forgive those you don't. And as always, may peace and light be upon you all. This is Mickey, Kaz from Hampshire Outdoors and Survival, and Mac from the Hampshire Hog Hunters, wishing you all well. Until next time, my friends, have a good one. I really